how I made both of my Giftubers.
Or at least how good I can explain it in real format.
The basics. First, you need to draw your character and separate it into their own layers. Try to break it down into the parts you want to be able to move separately. For example, here is how I separated both versions of my avatar. Here are some of the different layers: top bangs, side bangs, back hair, body, arm, right arm, etc. Make sure you give each of these layers their own folder and name them. That's very important. Then when you're done, you want to save it all as a Photoshop file. Now we're just going to open the Photoshop file in Photoshop and change every folder to be flattened to their own layer and save. Make sure that all of your folders have names for what body part they are. Now we can go ahead and bring this Photoshop file into After Effects, or a similar software that has a puppet tool function. Drag it in, make sure you click editable layers. Now for each layer, we want to turn on position and rotation. We'll get to the puppet function later. Now the most important part ever. Make sure each layer you adjust the anchor point. This means you are placing the point of rotation for each layer. Think about where you want your rotation to be happening for each of your layers and set them all up before adding any animation. For example, you want your head to be rotating at the neck, and you want the arm to be rotating at the shoulder. Now you can do basic animation with position and rotation for all of your layers. Try to think about it as a simple idle animation, and how all the layers interact with each other. Now for the final touches. Once your animation is at its base level, you can place puppet pins and adjust them in your animation to give it that final touch of looking smooth. I usually add this on places like the hair movement and the eyes. This is what helps them blink. Once you're finished, export it as a PNG sequence with alpha turned on and export it to a folder. Then you can use your GIF maker of choice, Photoshop, or somewhere online to put them all together. You're all set with the basics. For making your PNG/Giftuber talk, you can simply edit or change the layers in your After Effects file to make a slightly different pose or mouth movements. This isn't an in-depth tutorial, but I hope it was somewhat helpful for getting started. I'd love to do an in-depth tutorial on YouTube sometime in the near future, maybe when my avatar gets more outfits or something like that. So if you'd like to see that, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful.